Hello, Virgos. Welcome to your reading of September 24th through 30, 2023. My name's Dawn. You're listening to Dawn Williams Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe. Those clicks are very important to help spread my, grow my community. And it's just such an easy thing for you to do to help out. I mean, we do give you all this free content, so please just help us grow. So this week I was guided to utilize different stones, which I'll explain those in a minute. And I'm going to do your reading a little bit different this week as well. So the first thing is this right here is called selenite. As you can see, it's very luminous. You can get these in various different sizes. I've got large pieces as well. I've got tons of small little pieces that I use all the time. And what this stone is really good for is clearing other stones. It really does help clear your home, to be honest with you. It does absorb negative energy. And this is one of two stones that does not need to be, it doesn't need to be charged. You don't put it out into the sun. You don't necessarily have, you can put it in the moonlight if you choose to do so. You do not put this stone in water. It's a soft stone, so it will start to dissolve. But the reasons why Spirit wanted me to use that this week is because selenite bestows blessings and healing for your body. Like I mentioned, it's great for clearing other stones. So when I want to clear my other stones that I've been working with for a long time, I have a big slab of selenite that I'll put my stones on to help clear those stones of negative energy. I also do that when I get a brand new deck of cards. I'll get a brand new deck of cards. I'll sage them so that I can clear those energies, but then I'll put them on a slab of selenite to really take out anything that, may have attached or whatever, so that I can create that energy for it to implement a cohesive working relationship with me. So this stone connects us with our higher self, our spirit guides, and opens the path between ourselves and the divine. I use this stone a lot. It's all through my house, as I've said. And then these two stones right here are the exact same stone. I had picked these up relatively inexpensively, just felt drawn to them. Well, come to find out, this is called the spiritual warrior stone. I'm sure there's reasons for that. But what it is it does have a long historical record as a healing stone dating back to ancient Greece. It's also a talisman for Christians because the blood in the stone is representative of the crucifixion. And it is a powerful stone of courage and calmness. So one of the reasons why I like it is because of that. I feel like we are in a time where we're going to need as much help as we can possibly get to get through these next phases of what's happening here on beautiful planet Earth. And I'm hoping that you, as my Virgo soul tribe, will help us do that, because your energies are very much needed in this next phase of what's happening. The other thing about one of the last things I wanted to touch on is this stone is also very good for anybody that's had any type of a trauma. And specifically, if you've had post-traumatic stress disorder, it's because it's the calming stone, right? It helps calm you. Okay, my spiritual warriors. The next thing is I happened to be flipping through YouTube the other night because I was bored, and I came across this real quick, now they have these things called short videos, right? But I was clicking through this short video and I stumbled upon this guy who was talking about spirituality. And at the end of his video, he made this statement, and it just really resonated with me. So I wanted to share it with you. Because we're all talking about this spiritual war that we are in, and we are, it's the dark and the light, and the dark is really amping up their game right now, because I feel as though they realize that so many people are aware of them, right? So one of the statements that he made that I loved was, don't be afraid of the dark. Let them be afraid of the light. And I just thought that was brilliant. I mean, sometimes you just hear these things and they just click, right? Something clicks. I loved it. Anyway, the guy's YouTube channel is called Frank Files, Files, if you want to check him out. Okay, so I'm going to do your reading now. It's going to be a little bit more involved reading. I'll tell you as I go, so that you're informed each step of the way. At the end, I am going to do your main themes, like I typically have been doing. I really like that. I've gotten good feedback with the main themes. So I'm going to take myself off of here, and I'm going to have you focus on your cards. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with oracle cards, and I want to make sure everything can be seen on the monitor. Look how cute that cow is. Oh, you guys, it's so cute. Okay, so everybody fits. Good. All right, so. So if you watch Minnow Pond Tarot, Chris Reck, I think is how he says last name. I'm not really exactly sure. But I am part of his group, and he has given us permission to utilize his spread. And this is his spread, and I was guided to go ahead and try it to see how I liked it. So first of all, this first column that I'll be reading, right? This is for your general energies. The second column is whatever is unexpected that's coming in for you. This third column is critical information you need to know. And this last column is all the good stuff. So regardless of what's in that row, it's good, okay? So I'm going to start off with this. When I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. When I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. So this might just be a nudge for some of you, especially if you are keyboard warriors, to get up and move around a lot more than you have been. I just recently bought myself a rebounder, which is kind of like a little trampoline, right? That's got the little handle things you can hang on. And I started doing that. And you know what? It's really amazing, because not only does it move the lymph in your body so that your body starts to detox more easily, because we all have bioburden from all the stuff that they have done to our food and our water and our air and all the other things. So that's just a hello. Get up and move. Okay, so we start off with the Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups is a beautiful card, because this is a cup of, this is a cup. This is an opportunity for a new opportunity, or some kind of a new idea. Or for me, the cups represent your emotions. So it's looking to me as though your emotions are going to get a kickstart. Something's going to come in and introduce you to something that's going to fill up your cup. This is a gift from Divine. You do have this piece of here, right? So whatever it is coming in is a new opportunity for you that is going to activate your heart space. It's going to activate how you feel about things. So that's a good start. And then we have this Five of Cups. And if you look at this guy, he is pretty bummed out. He is looking at his losses, right? So fives are about change in direction, change of thought. Again, this has to do with emotions, and he's kind of like mourning the loss of these cups, but he's not realizing that if he just turned around, he would notice these other two cups, right? And the other thing that he could do is he could pick up those cups, go over the bridge, and go over to this home over here. So he does have options. And what this card tells me is that some of you really need to start looking at your successes. You need to look at your victories. You need to, even if they're just little things. So one of the things that Chris does say in his videos, because I watch, my Taurus, I'm a Taurus. So I watched my Taurus video from him. And I've just recently started looking at, my moon is in Leo. So I've been watching the Leos as well. And so I can get a fuller picture. So that's why I've been saying you can get a fuller picture if you know what your sun, moon, and rising is. And it really does give you a lot more information for you to consider. But this guy just needs to have some gratitude, right? He needs to be grateful for the things that he does have. And I think a lot of us really need to focus on the positives in life because there's so many things trying to pull us down. And when you pull down into those lower energies, that is exactly what you will be manifesting for yourself, is more of that same energy. So the more that you can approach life with gratitude, approach life with graciousness, approach life with a peaceful heart, I think the better you will be. And what this is telling me is that you have all the tools in order to do that. The Magician is a card of mastery and expertise and training. So some of you may be doing some deep dives into your spiritual training, or this could, very well cross over into your everyday life at work or whatever, stating that you're going to need some more tools to bring down so that you can be successful. But for me, I really feel as though if you look, he's tapping in to the energy of the above, and he is grounding it, right? And if you look, he has all this abundance here because he's really utilizing the skills that he has, mastering those skills. And this tells me that you definitely have these energies surrounding you this next week. But because it's also a major arcana card, that means that those energies are around you for a while. It's not like it's going to be a one and done. It's going to be, this is the energy that you're really bringing in because you want to master your reality. You want to master your manifestations. You want to be the master of your own sovereignty. Okay? Now, this column again is the unexpected. And I just think this is the cutest card. Look at that cute little cow. How cute. Okay, cow spirit. The miracles are endless. And what a great message, right? I really do believe that we live in an abundant universe. The problem is that, many of us realize that it's a very abundant universe, but those that are in control of this specific planet are trying to stifle our creativity and our sovereignty. So I really feel that we need to tap into more of this miracle, expect miracles in our lives, because I feel like we can create them. We are the creator beings. We're made in the image of God. So tap into that, my friends. And then we have the Page of Swords. So this is the unexpected. And the Page of Swords is a message about something that's going to, it could be a message or it could be a younger person that you're working with that is So for one thing, he's looking towards his past instead of looking towards his future, right? So something from the past may be coming in for you to evaluate, look at, and review, okay? And the thing about the swords is, the swords is how we express with our minds, our ideas, and how we make decisions on things. And the page represents a young person, but pages also represent a new path, a new direction. This also represents apprenticeship. So do we have, no. I was looking to see if there was a card on here that I could give you an example. So this card right here is saying that something's going to come in and it's going to make you think. It's going to make you think in a different way, in a new direction. Now, also take into account that there is so much that's being uncovered. The dark history of the world, the dark history of our government, the dark history of the elite, the people that are, the real controllers of our planet. A lot more stuff is coming out. And this is an unexpected thing because you don't know what's coming, but you know that it's coming. And whatever it is could very well give you sleepless nights. This right here is the nightmare card. So whatever it is, again, it has to do with thoughts. However, with this card, I always tell everyone that this is all self-imposed because, sometimes when you are in the dark is always a fearful place for a lot of people, actually, because you can't see, right? Because there is no light in the dark. However, this woman is sitting up in bed. She does have a comforter over her, so she knows how to comfort herself. My suggestion, now this card has come up almost in every reading, so this is not exclusive to you, Virgo, but I want to let you know that your thoughts can be controlled by you. And the suggestion that Spirit gave me as these were coming up was to suggest that people put a pencil, a pen or paper by their bed, and as they go to get ready to lay down, if there are nagging thoughts that are keeping you awake, write down those thoughts and tell yourself, okay, I've written down the thoughts so I won't forget them, and I'll address them in the morning, in the day. And the reason why you want to do it in the day is because a lot of times you're not tired, right? We go to bed because we need sleep, we need rest, we need to recover. And we really need that time so that the body can completely heal itself. If you're lacking sleep of some kind, that's preventing your body from going into its repair mode. So if you write down the things that are bothering you, you can pick up that pad the next day and go, okay, so yeah, these were the things. What am I going to do about it? And you could very well have a different point of view in the day when it's bright out and you're thinking straight and you've had your coffee or whatever, so that you can address those issues. And it's confirmed by this card right here. Again, another swords card. So this whole column has been swords. You have a lot of swords here, a lot of mental energy this week coming in for you. And this card, if you look, he needs his rest. This card is saying, I need rest. I need a blessing and I need rest. And this sword down here is saying that there's information coming in that's hidden that you still don't know about, that is still going to surface. But the most important thing about this card is that you do need rest. So give yourself some self-care, okay? Those are the things coming in that are unexpected. Now, this column right here is your critical need to know. Choose kindness. And I love this card. It's just a simple message, right? It's a very simple message, but at the same time, sometimes it's really difficult to choose kindness because there's so many things that come in to trigger us. But again, it's a choice. So keep that forefront in your mind. Again, this is critical need to know. King of Swords. King of Swords is the logical king. He is the logical king. He is a really great communicator. This doesn't necessarily have to represent masculine energy. It could, it's gender, it's not gender specific, is what I'm trying to say. And this king right here has gone through his transformation, because look at the butterflies, right? Otherwise, there'd be caterpillars, but he's gone through his transformation. He's gone through his dark night of the soul. He's a logical person. He's one of those types of people that you have to prove things to. I'll believe it if I see it, or that kind of an energy. So this person is either someone that you are very closely associated with. This could very well represent you, Virgo, or this could represent a mentor or a professional person that you're going to be working with this week, that's going to come in and work with you. Next, you have the Seven of Swords. And if you look at this guy, this card typically has always been lying, cheating, stealing. For me, this card represents strategy. And it represents, so the story behind this card is that they're in a war. There's a battle going on, which we are in a battle. And this guy has snuck into the enemy's camp and is walking away with their tools of destruction. But if you look, he's tiptoeing because he doesn't want to get caught, right? But what it means is he's strategically looking at ways to battle the things, so that it makes it easier for him. So it could very well be that you've got somebody around you that is, that you need to be suspicious of or be aware of for some of you. But the other aspect of this card is strategy, looking at strategic ways of thinking, right? Because the card or the swords have to do with thinking, our thoughts and our communication, right? So using strategic ways to be able to get your message across is what this is about. And then we have the Six of Swords, which is a card of, again, swords, so more sword energy. But this is a card of moving from difficulty into a calmer place. So if you kind of look, so they always call this guy the ferryman, right? He's ferrying this woman and her child across the water to a new shore, a new ground. She's got nothing with her. She's just completely just trusting that spirit is going to take care of her. And what I sometimes recognize is that maybe this guy is not the ferryman. Maybe this is her husband. This is a family, and they're moving from choppy waters into calm, clear waters. So for me, I feel like you've gone through something difficult, or you have been releasing and processing things that have been difficult for you, and now you're moving into calmer waters. Okay. But you're going to get through some stuff here in order to get to this place. And then this is all of the good stuff. So no matter what is there, it's happy. The first thing we have is listen to your intuitive feelings. Your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. So that right there, intuitive feelings, tapping into your intuition. I really feel kind of goes hand in hand with this card. When I move my body, right, I feel like sometimes we've got to get moving, because otherwise we get stuck. But listen to your intuitive feelings to tell you the best course of action for yourself, okay? Because then we have the King of Wands. What I love about the King of Wands is that this is very fiery energy, okay? And fiery energy is about our inspiration and our creativity and our passion. So this king has mastered all of those things for him to be in this area. He is, he's quite creative. He is quite fiery, and he is an action taker. He is one of those guys that doesn't sit on his laurels, right? He takes action. So Spirit is telling you that this king, it could represent yourself, could represent somebody that you know that is embodying those energies. And the salamanders on this card are representative of fire and taking action. Okay, so that's what this card is about. Because this whole column is about taking action of some kind. This card right here, the 5, so now you've had 2 5s, right? And this one, if you look, is usually about conflict and disagreements. So that can be something that you're tapping into, but know that this is the good stuff. So even though you might be tapping into disagreements, those conversations could very well turn around to be quite eye-opening and quite thought-provoking. But the other thing about this card is, if you look, these are all young people. So this card is a card of training, right? They're banging sticks together because they're trying to figure out how to protect themselves. And if it was really serious, they would be fighting with swords. They'd be fighting with, blunt instruments or guns or something else. But this is all about training. So this could be that you're training yourself to tap more into your inspiration and your intuition, and tapping into your passions. Or you could be taking some kind of professional class or some kind of career training, anything that's associated with training. And then your last card is the best card, because this right here is the card of happiness, joy, celebration. This is the 4 of Wands. Again, this is another intuitive card, but you can see there's this beautiful swag here that's inviting you. It's just inviting you to go in there. You've got people, ready to greet you because this is some type of a celebration. So it could either be a milestone, it could be a marriage, it could be a graduation, it could be any type of a thing that you would come together with family or friends to celebrate. So there is a celebratory energy with this card. So that card is really good. Okay, so everything here, it doesn't look like you're really facing anything too difficult this next week. I'm going to put myself back on view. Hi. And now I'm going to pull your main themes, okay? So you can utilize this information. This will either reiterate some of the cards that we've already gotten, or it can be something that you can use as a mantra. So your first card is Crown, and it says, honor and respect will come to you. And I think that ties in with this whole choosing kindness. And then you have the boat. The boat says money or prosperity through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. Now that sounds pretty awesome, Virgo. And then you have a dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or dark hair. And because of that, I'm going to pull another card to reiterate this. And then it says, so I asked for clarification for this card, and it says mice, and it says discord among friends or family. Well, that kind of ties into, which card was it? Communication. This. Yes, or this page. All right, so these two go together. And then we have needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. So see how beautiful these cards are? Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff that we're going to be working through as a collective, but your cards look really good. So the only thing that I really see is this sleepless nights. Really taking care of yourself, okay? Make sure that you tap into your gratitude so that you can create more beautiful things for yourself. And not only that, but it just gives you peace of mind. Okay, so that about wraps up this reading. I hope you have found this helpful to you. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe if you're new so that you can be notified when I have new information that's coming out. And until next time, please take very good care of you, Virgo. Cheers.